Hello. How are
Well,
you?
I'm okay. What's going on?
It's all going on well over here. I see that you're back in Glasgow.
Yeah. I forgot where I was last time, but I'm back here
Nice.
now. Over here. It's a nice day today too. I
Excellent.
mean, I mean, virtually it's kind of cloudy, but right now I got some nice sun coming in, which is nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. People look at us through these windows here and they think that we're working. So yeah, we're fooling
Fantastic.
them over here. We're fooling them. What's going on over there?
Over here is fine. You can tell it's a lovely day today, but
It is.
I'm actually
Thank
not going to be here
God.
for much longer. Well, I'm going to be here still, but I'm moving house right now.
Really?
So yeah, so
Wow.
all everything. You can't see everything, but everything is in boxes around me.
Uh-huh.
But
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. It's in boxes. Did you kind of how are you gonna do like what does the new place look like? Is it kind of similar to the old place? Or you're gonna,
kind of
like,
similar.
are you?
Yes, slightly smaller, but a bigger garden. So looking forward to that.
Smaller but a bigger garden. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Does like depending on where the door is, that's usually like, I don't know, kind of weird. When I set up my bedroom, whatever, I kind of set up a coordinate axis there,
Hmm.
and I always kind of use the door as the zero, zero, I guess, if it's in the corner. And then
Sure.
I kind of lay out, a little bit of a grid and I kind of put, specific points, have a certain X and Y coordinate. And I was thinking now, is there something that maybe, something that we can do kind of maybe mathematically to be able to take it and I don't know, what's an example? Maybe turn it 90 degrees or something,
Yeah, certainly do that.
right? And you
Yes.
take a specific X and Y value, right? And then say to yourself, you know what? Well, I want to be able to make this 90-degree turn. Maybe I have to face a certain direction or something. My bed has to face a certain direction. And then everything else
Absolutely.
has to is laid out around, with preference to the bed. So like maybe I have to do that particular turn or something. How can we do that? Is there any kind of you know, put in 2 points, X and Y, and get
Absolutely.
some kind of change on it and get an X and Y after that transformation?
Mm. Oh, it sounds to me like a linear transformation.
I think so. I think so, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And
there's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, there's all kinds of linear transformations. Rotations like what you're describing,
Right.
translations where you're just shifting.
Okay. Right.
Uh,
That's right.
Resizing, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that with a bed unless you get a new one.
That's a good point, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, because I think you may said there was it's a smaller or bigger room that you're moving to, a smaller bedroom.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
If you had that shrinkable bed or expandable bed, then you'd be talking. But yeah, those are a little bit rigid there. Yeah, I didn't think of
Well,
that. All right, well, let's just say, all right, so hypothetically, let me lay out some axes here. And let's say, okay, so I've got, let's say, oops, and lay out another axis here, and that'll be our X and Y for one room, okay?
okay.
And let's say we want an X and Y. Maybe I should do this just to kind of give it some generality, I imagine, right? Does that make sense? Oops. I'm starting to draw random stuff here. Let's do
Oh,
this. So this way we can talk about maybe even the center of the room
hmm.
as our X and Y. Let's see here. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
just move this here. All right, that took forever. But the good thing you have some patience, huh? You're pretty patient?
Oh, thank you.
Somewhat. All right.
I
Small
try.
talk as I'm trying to do this. All right, cool. So I guess what we might want to do is what? Kind of look at a value, like a test value possibly.
Sure.
All
What
right,
did
so
you have
let's
in mind?
I don't know. Let's say, let's pick an easy one. Let's pick let's say 1, 0, right?
Okay.
We want that to become, right, 90-degree rotation. It's going to end up over here, right?
Mhm.
So we want it to end up being what? 1, 0, 1,
Mhm.
right? Is that right?
Cool.
I imagine if we're going to, rotate it about 0.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we're rotating it about 0 in that case, right?
Yes.
And then there'd be another point here, right? So I'll put that in blue. Maybe that wasn't a good choice for color, but let's say I want this point here. Let's call it what, 1, 1.
Mhm.
What's gonna happen with that?
Well, if it's being rotated, now would we say it's being rotated 90 degrees or 270?
270.
Excellent.
Well, I think you could say 270. I mean, you could say negative 270, I think,
Okay.
right? I mean, that would be positive 90 degrees,
Mm.
right? For this guy basically coming up to here, right?
Sure.
Right? So that guy comes up to here. That's what I've got right here. And then this guy would end up where?
Well, that's going to be in the negative
Down.
x-axis. Yeah,
It's going to
absolutely.
be, wait a minute, is it?
Is it?
Where do we want this guy to come here if we want it 90 degrees? Don't we want this guy to come here?
Uh, not if it's being rotated about 0, 0. It would be -1, 1, wouldn't it? Or have I completely messed that up?
Hold on, I'm not sure. See, it's a good question. So if we want it 90 degrees, if we want to move it 90 degrees,
Mm.
that means that this guy, right? So we'll start here. This guy turns over here, this guy up here, this guy over here, and then this guy down here, right?
Mhm.
I think that's what we have to do, right?
Mhm.
So this bit right here, that was out over this bit, I think it's gonna end up, can't end up, it's gonna end up here, isn't it? No, that ends up, yeah, I think that is about the origin. Right? That is about the origin. I'm a little confused here, to be honest with you. Right?
So,
It depends if we rotate it about the origin or we just rotate it about, I'm trying to rotate it about this bit right here.
I see.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
misunderstood. I thought it
No,
was
I
about
mean,
the origin.
I didn't explain it correctly. In fact, I kind of had an idea, or actually, that wasn't my idea. Okay. So I have to give credit, but I think I kind of explained a 90-degree rotation.
Mhm.
And Dr. Jenny August, my colleague over here in Glasgow, who's the maths person, I'm the stats person, she's the maths person.
Excellent.
She told me this, but this is what I kind of explained. I explained where this point here ended up over here.
Mhm.
So that was about the origin. So would this particular linear transformation on XY actually give us that? Meaning, if I started here, is it going to end up giving me that bit over here?
Well, let's do a bit of matrix multiplication, shall we?
Yeah, so let's actually do this. So this would be my transformation A,
Mhm.
that if I perform it on my value over here,
Mhm.
so that means 1, 0, I should get hopefully 0, 1. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's what I should
Yes.
get, right? So that means 1 here, 0 here. And if I do the matrix multiplication, right, we get 1 times 0 is 0 plus
Mhm.
0 times -1 is 0. So I get 0 as my first value. Is that correct?
Mhm.
All right. How about the second bit? That means I take 1 times 1 right? Plus 0 times 0. Am I doing that right? Yeah.
Yes.
So that gives us 1. So bammo, it did give it to us.
Excellent.
That's cool. So that goes around the origin, doesn't it?
It is. Yes.
So hopefully this guy will end up over here.
Yep.
Hey, Dr. Jenny August, yeah. She's awesome. She's awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Cool. Is this would have taken me forever to figure it out? You know what I mean? But you saw that immediately, that it was about the origin there that we were looking. So what will we do? Should we even ask this question? So what should we do if we wanted this point to end up over here and this point? I'm going to start a new one here. Okay. What if we had, what do we have to do, let's say, to get this point to end up over here? And then the same thing. So it's rotating about its, I guess, center in this case. What would we have to do? Let's put ourselves on the spot here.
Goodness. Well, we're definitely going to need a new matrix, aren't we?
Yeah. So what are we gonna do here? Should we set up something that kind of might help us here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's say, all right, so 1, 0, that's gonna go to 1, comma 1.
Mhm.
1, comma 1 is gonna go to 0, comma 1. Is that right? 0, comma 1 is gonna go to 0, comma 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 0, comma 0 goes to 0, 1, comma 0.
Yeah.
Yikes. So what's gonna happen here? How can we use that? How can we use that? Are we gonna use our intuition, or is there something that's gonna help us get to that? Did I even start this recording?
Yes, you did. Don't worry about that.
Ah, man, that's like a fight, huh? Holy cow, cool. All right, sorry about that. I'm like, we have good stuff here. We didn't record.
Indeed.
All right, sorry.
Well, intuition isn't working for me at the moment.
Well,
So-
and maybe some halves are working. Maybe some halves, right?
Yeah, we might need to be doing some additions.
Something like that. Huh.
So,
Jeez. So we have. How are we gonna do this now? So here we have. Maybe we have this here. We have the same x, right? But then we have whatever my y is, right? Whatever my y was, add 1.
okay.
Okay, let's try that. Here, right, whatever my x was, I take my x and I subtract 1 and leave my y by itself.
Okay.
Right? What's the next one? I add, so it's probably just x, and then y
minus 1 this time.
1, okay. And then it's x plus 1, and then just y. Is that right?
Yes.
So when I add this all up, what do I get? Is that even something we're supposed to do? Well, let's see what we do here. I'm going to put this in as how are we going to do this? We have to end up getting some kind of an operation here that allows us to leave x by itself, right? So and then adding 1 to y. A little bit stuck here, to be honest with you,
Same.
right? I want this x to be x,
Mhm.
and I want this y to be y plus 1, right?
Mhm.
So wouldn't I just do something like this? 0 and 1, right? You get that?
Mhm.
Right? Okay. What's the other one? It's 0 and what is it?
It's 1, 0, is it?
It's x here, whatever x is,
Ah, sorry.
and right, whatever x is, it becomes x minus 1, right?
Mhm.
So that would be x and y, whatever these are. This would be, I would be adding to it this, right? Negative 1, 0. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay. This one here would give us 0 and negative 1, right?
Mhm.
And then this one here would give us, which one?
Be
That
1
one,
and 0.
and negative 1. So this would be the 1 and the 0, right? 1,
Mm.
0 here. Is that correct?
Looks good to me.
Okay, so here, let's just make sure that we have them here. It's the 0, 1, right? Here it's the negative 1, 0. Oops, negative 1, 0. No need for division there. Negative 1, 0. Okay. So these particular values now, is there some kind of way we can combine these to get some kind of a matrix? Right? Do
I
we
wonder if
lay
we-
them out? Do we lay them out and see which ones cancel? Like like basically like this: 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, negative 1, and 1, 0. Is that right? If I add those together, what do I get? Negative 1. This looks like something, maybe.
Mhm.
You think that might be it?
As our
Right?
matrix, you mean?
Yeah, I think, right?
Shall we give it a go?
Let's try it, man. Let's try it. Discovery 0, 1, negative 1, 0. Is that what we used before?
It might have been.
I think it's the negative of that. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see.
No, you're right. It is a negative of that.
It is the negative of that. So maybe this is counter this bit, right? I don't see any. What else can we do, man? It's like this. Does this involve eigenvectors or something like that?
Oh, if
Possibly.
it does, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Possibly. Oh, wow,
Uh.
man. Well, let's see. Well, we'll try it on 1, 0. 1, 0, right? So we
Okay.
get 0 and 0. Damn, that's not working.
Oh,
That's not working, is it?
so it's not working because we need something in the upper right-hand corner then
We need something in the upper right-hand corner.
of the
Ah,
matrix.
you mean like up here?
Yeah, so that one can't be a 0.
What's the 0?
Sorry,
What's not a 0?
I said right hand, I meant left hand.
Left hand, this guy
Sorry.
right here. So something's got to happen on that one, eh?
Yes.
Damn. 1, 1.
What if we did half-half?
Half and half.
Yeah, would that
So
work?
half here, half there.
Yeah.
Let's try. Let's try that.
I
So-
can't wait for moving house to be over because goodness me, my
You
mind
mean
is all
one
over the
half
place.
here and 1 half here, and keep this as negative 1, maybe.
Yeah, let's try it for now.
Let's try and keep this as a 0.
Yeah.
All right, so we're trying it on 1, 1, 1, 0. So that's 1 half. So that gives us a half for x.
Ah, okay. Hmm.
That's like a quarter, like thing, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's not gonna work.
We should just try different stuff, man, and see what we get. What
Yeah.
do you think? All right, let's try it. We had what now? Let's just try this. And maybe we can figure it out as we're moving along, man.
Okay.
All right, so we want, this is what we want here. I'm gonna redraw it.
Sure.
Brand new with some nice graphics here, okay? There, okay. So we want, wherever it is, it's a 90-degree rotation, that's it. So whatever X values they are, 90-degree rotation. So that means that here, so we'll say that this is whatever X is, right? Comma Y, right?
Okay.
This bit, well, doesn't that, do we need to take the dimensions into account here?
Should we do a generic case?
Yeah, let's just do a regular, so let's just do a regular case, like a specific case. All right.
Yeah.
Let's try that. All right. So just like we had before, this was 0, 0. So 0, 0 went to 1, 0, right? Right. 1, 0 went to 1, 1. 1, 1 went to 0, 1, right?
And
0,
1.
0, 1 went to
Went to 0, 0.
0, 0.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when we try to half, we want this to come all the way over here. So we tried this, right? We tried 0, 1 and -1, 0, right? And that gave us, that gave us on the 0, 0, right? 0, wait a minute, on 0, 0, what does that give us? 0, and then
that would give us 0, wouldn't it? 0, 0 again.
That gives us 0, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that means that doesn't go, that's revolving around the, how do you call it? That's revolving around the origin, right? That's rotating around the origin. Okay, so we said 1/2. You want to try a half here and a half here, you said? Let's try a half and a half. A half here and a half here. 1/2 and 1/2. All right, so 0, 0 would still stay at what? 0, 0, 0, 0. That would still stay there.
It would. We're still about the origin.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, man. This is so 0, 0, right? We have to add something to move it, man.
Yeah.
Right? We have to add something. We took X, right? We took X, right? And added 1 and left our Y the same, right? So we said 0, 0, right? When we put in 0, 0, our value, right, for 0x and 0y became x plus 1, comma, y, right? Or sorry, for this x, for this y, let's say, right? So that means that f of 0, comma 0 gave us 1, comma 0, didn't it? Is that right?
Yep, sorry, I just lost you there for a sec.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
goodness me.
sorry.
There we go. There we go. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, okay, so I think that this is safe to say, right? There's
Mm.
one function that does this. Right?
So
That-
because we haven't got anything that we can add, because we're having to multiply by 0, 0,
mhm.
I wonder if we should be using like cos and sine instead.
Or you're talking about looking at, oh, and talking about that transformation of 90 degrees.
Yeah. Would that work?
Oh man, that's jarring something there. That's right, man. I think that's right. So we need to do sine and cosine of 90.
Mhm.
What is that? Yeah, you're right. Let's check that out. What is that? I think it's like negative sine of theta, something like that. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I think so.
Cosine of theta, negative cosine, or something like this. Or something like that. I think that's right. I think
Mhm.
that's right. And if it's 90 degrees, all right, let's check it out, man. Let's see. So a 90-degree rotation, it's like, I'm gonna say cosine down here and then negative cosine here and then sine here. I'm guessing. I'm guessing here.
I've just had a look. Around the origin, it's cos minus sine, sine, and then cos.
Cos,
So
then what?
then minus sine next to
Next
it,
to it, then minus sine, okay.
and then underneath is sine and cos.
Sine and cos, okay.
Yes,
Okay, all right. So in this case, 90 degrees would be, and this is around the origin, right?
it is. Yeah.
How about a particular point? Does it say anything about a particular point?
Not about a particular point. Why is this so hard?
That's pretty tough, man. It's not the easiest thing, eh?
No.
Right. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We can get through this.
Can we just like
Well,
edit?
I tell you what, no, that's okay. That's all right. I don't think we have to worry about editing. Oh, we'll edit if we need to, but if we figure it out, man, and it's live, then we're good. Then it's like a dramatic story
Mm,
that comes to its end and finally get to the end there.
there we
It may turn
go.
out to be a 3-hour video too. You never know.
I don't have 3 hours.
You have to go. Oh, there's a time limit. Okay.
No, I don't think the
Alright.
students are going to have 3 hours either.
Oh, you don't think so? You don't think they get to this part right here? They signed out a while ago. All right. So I'm gonna press on until we have to go. Is that okay? And then we'll,
Sure.
is that all right? Okay. All right. All right. So at least around the origin, that kind of made sense, didn't it? Because we said, what did we have? We had 0, -1, 1, and 0, right?
Hmm.
And that for 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees would be cosine of 90 is 1, isn't it?
No, 0.
So that,
Cosine starts at the top.
oh, right.
Just
That's
that,
right.
yeah.
That makes sense. So yeah, that negative sine of 90 is right. Sine of 90, yeah, that sounds right.
Mhm.
So 45-degree rotation about the origin would be just, 45 degrees.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So how would we do it for the point removed, eh? Somehow you'd have to figure about X and Y. Maybe it involves a circle,
Mm.
right? With center somewhere else, right?
Could we perhaps have this linear transformation as this matrix here that we have,
Uh-huh.
and then adding another matrix to it?
Yeah, that
So-
sounds right. That
Yeah.
sounds right. So you could just shift the points wherever they are, just adding a certain amount.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Okay, so this would give us a 90-degree rotation about the origin,
Hmm.
right? And then wouldn't we just So that would take this, oops, sorry, oh, that would take this, right?
Mhm.
And if it's about the origin, it would lay it out like this, wouldn't it? Put a different color here. It would lay it out like this. Is that right?
It would.
And then all we'd have to do is just move it back this amount, wouldn't we?
Yes,
Right?
that would work.
So you do that, and then you would add to that, right? So this what you do with all the X's and Y's. Wow.
Mhm.
X's and Y's to get that rotation. And then you would just move it back this way. You would just say add to every point a certain value of X, right?
Mhm. So that would be +1, 0, would it?
Yeah, if these were all ones, so you'd be adding to this. Let me get rid of this bit right here. You'd be adding to this. In this case, 1, 0.
Mhm.
All right. I think
Shall we-
that's it.
Yeah. Shall we
I
test
think-
that with a couple of our coordinate
Oh,
points?
do we have to?
Oh, we don't have to.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no. No, let's do that. Let's do that. So what was it? So it was 0, -1, 1, 0. Right here. Let's test this one. Let's test this 0 here.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, it works, man. I think it works.
It works.
Okay, I think so, because when we take 0, -1, 1, 0, right?
Mhm.
And then we multiply it by 0, 0, we get 0, 0. But
Mhm.
when we add 1, 0 to it, we get 1, 0.
There we go.
Well done, well done. No, don't give up.
There we are.
That's my Kate Bush impression.
Excellent.
It's good, isn't it?
I was very convinced.
Do you know who Kate Bush is?
I know of Kate Bush. I don't know her
Okay,
personally.
okay. Well, I think she's from Wales, actually.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Fantastic artist from the 80s. Really just I
Fantastic.
really like her. Yeah. All right, so let's try the other one. 0, -1, 1, 0. And then let's try the 1, 0.
Mhm.
1x, 0 for y. And then when we add the 1, 0 to that, what do we get? So let's see. When we multiply this, we get 0 plus 0, and then 1 plus 0, right?
Mhm.
So we get 0, 1, I
Mhm.
believe, right? Is that right?
Yep.
When we do this, and then when we add 1, 0 to that, we get 1, 1.
There we go.
All right, cool.
And then that works.
That's cool too. All right. So
Success.
it was a this and then a this. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can see this. Opa.
Is that- Oh, it's the background. It's not liking it.
The background's not liking it, but it shows. It says mathematical dance moves. So I think that was one of them.
I have the same mug.
This and this. Do you have the same mug, really?
I do.
That's
It's
hilarious.
well, it's been packed away, but like
Ah,
I do have it somewhere.
I like 1/x. That's my favorite one.
Excellent.
It looks like Egyptian, you know, those, how do you call it? Hieroglyphics, sort of.
Mhm.
I think. Excellent. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop, don't you think?
I think we should
Oh,
stop
man.
there.
We should take a break after this.
Absolutely.
All right,
Have a
that
cup
was-
of tea.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was.
Yeah,
And we
didn't
figured
give
it
up
out.
either. We didn't give up either, did we?
No.
All
It's nice
right.
to improvise like a video like this.
That is cool, man. That's right. We didn't prepare for it at all, like we do
No.
all the others. The others we prepare ages.
Indeed.
All right,
All
I'm gonna
that.
stop this recording, so I'll say
Sure.
bye.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you soon.
Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody watching.